As my grandfather told my mother, Mary, war is hell. I believe that the only way a person can survive such a life-altering experience like war is to not just fight for a cause bigger than themselves, but to fight for the person next to them. According to the editors of the Encyclopedia Britannica, on June 7, 2024, the Battle of the Bulge was the last-ditch effort of the Nazi army to advance west and cut the supply line of the Allied forces off so that they could focus their efforts on the Russians in the east. This battle lasted from December 16, 1944 to January 1945. As someone who had a grandfather in this exact battle, I feel as though the shared family history paints a perfect picture of what this battle meant to the American people and what it meant to the war, to the overall war, and how it would be played out in the years to come. Today I will be discussing the Battle of the Bulge and how the Americans pushed through uneven odds and crippled the Nazi army into a defensive state, which overall led to the war being ended in a much quick manner, saving lives and resources. This battle at first was thought to be lost due to a strategically superior surprise attack sprung by the Nazi army in a pincer-like formation through the cover of a blizzard. They did this in the Ardennes forest to neutralize the air support of the Allies, which was the Americans' main advantage in this war against the Japanese and the Germans. Through superior technology and strategic efforts, the Nazis completely rendered their air support defective. According to Mary Hildeman Walsh, the daughter of John T. Hildeman, on July 23, 2024, she recounts him talking about how his whole unit was pinned down and felt like there was nowhere else to go, losing friends left and right, and not being able to see 100 feet in front of them. Though the odds were not in their favor, the Americans fought tooth and nail for every inch, and overall delayed the Nazi advance in time for the blizzard to clear and help to come. Although this battle was seemed to be long lost, through resilience and trust in one another, the Americans, once the sun had rised, and with it bringing hope, launched a counterattack with the Air Force to take out large Nazi tank regiments and supply lines to overall cripple the advance of the Nazis. In this process of them retreating, the Americans lost close to 70,000 troops, but overall the Nazis lost 120,000 troops and lost their forward advancement, pushing them into a defensive state which led to their demise. Today I've explained how the Americans, much like in the Revolution, were faced with uneven odds and seemed out of hope, but through trust in one another and the man next to them, and overall toughness, they beat these odds and set a precedent to top the Nazi regime and to fight for what is right. To think that a hell like the battlefield of the Ardennes forest could lead to such a positive outcome is a perfect depiction of the American people trusting in one another and for fighting for what is right.